Okay. So, already in this chapter, we have seen how the biotechnology helps in agriculture as well as in medicine field. Okay, now one more important category which comes under this is the transgenic animals. Okay, so transgenic animals means basically what is that? Okay, so these means what? Now there will be some animals. For example, you can take this rat, rabbits, pigs, sheep, or whatever. Okay, so these animals, okay, they will be modified genetically so that they can carry the what additional foreign gene. Now, what type of additional foreign gene will they carry, and what does it do? So first of all, just imagine, suppose 1 liter of milk is produced by a cow. Okay, but you want to make it double or maybe 10 times more. So then what we'll do? We will insert a gene, okay, which will multiply the production of the milk in that cow. So this is called as what? Genetic modification in animals. Okay, so genetic modifications is nothing but whatever gene we need to manipulate, you just put it into a transgenic animal. For example, rat, rabbits, or whatever. You carry out the experiment so that you can gain whatever the result is there. Okay, so mostly in the laboratories, you can see this pigs and rats being used as a transgenic animals because they are easily what available also, and they will show the results in a greater time also. Means in a much more simplified form, you will get the results as well. So generally, what is done or how the development of this transgenic animal takes place is, first of all, there will be, for example, I'll be taking rat or mice over here. Okay. So consider that there is a fertilized egg. Okay. So this fertilized egg is of the mouse. Now what you're going to do is you are going to manipulate the egg. So when you manipulate the egg with whatever desired gene is there, when you manipulate it, what will happen is it is going to give you a blastocyst. Okay, which is nothing but when the fertilized egg is there, when it's manipulated with your transgene, it will form what? A blastocyst. And further, that particular blastocyst will be implanted into whom? The surrogate mother, which is nothing but your mouse which you have taken. So now what will happen is whenever there will be an offspring born from that particular surrogate mother, now already we have introduced the genes, right? So that offsprings will be having the characteristics that actually we need. So this is how the development of the transgenic animals takes place. Okay, so like in order to what do you say, examine how those genes are controlled or how they impact a person's development or whatever their daily routines are there, particularly we will study about what the growth related factors. Now for example, I told you about the insulin. Okay, so insulin or any other related factors are there that you can generally what study by using this transgenic animals. Means in short, you can modify your own creations and you can bring the outcome whatever you want, right? So generally there are many kind of diseases. Okay, so these particular diseases, how does this come? Okay, what affects that particular diseases? What increases the rate of disease rapidly? All these things you can specifically investigate by using what? A transgenic animals. And not only this, this also helps the scientists to develop new research methods or new medicines or vaccines which are there so that they can cure or develop what the vaccine which is very important to cure that particular disease. Now that may be like many number of diseases, not only this growth related factors or insulin related factors, but also you can say that cancer or what do you say, the arthritis, the rheumatoid or arthritis, whatever these types of diseases are there, right? So to all these diseases also, you can use a transgenic animal to see how it can be cured, what are the outcomes and all those stuff. Okay, so usually conducting the human trials is actually, it needs a very big, what do you say, law is there if you want to conduct a human study. Okay, or human trials if you want to use. So before checking or putting any type of new vaccines or administrating them into the humans, it's very necessary to check it on what this transgenic animals such as mice, rabbit, pigs, or whatever. because humans, okay, you cannot directly do the experiment. So that's why we use what? This kind of transgenic animals over there. So in the toxicity, like for example, if we have to give 1 mg dose or 10 mg dose, how much dose will be toxic to that particular man? How much sensitivity can they tolerate? Everything. Now you can observe that sometimes what happens is, even if we eat a small dose of the medicine, we get nausea, we get, like hallucinations and all those stuff. But some people are there, they can actually take what more dosage, but still that drowsy feeling or whatever things are there, it won't come for them. So all the studies, okay, that everything can be done by using what? This transgenic animals. Okay, so obviously the medicines or the transgenic experiments to be done, they are obviously expensive one, but ultimately what happens is you will get a new treatment and you can cure the disease which haven't been cured yet. Okay, so those are the benefits of what? The transgenic animals. So if you see over here, there is one example which has been taken of a human protein, which is the antitrypsin. So antitrypsin A1, it is actually used to treat what? Emphysema. So emphysema, which is there, this actually is a rare disease. Okay, so it can be treated by using this human protein, which is the antitrypsin. Okay, so from where it is being produced is, here you can see it's produced. It is human protein enriched milk, which is there, which contains a protein called as lactalbumin. Okay, so this particular thing, if it's present, then what will happen is that person will not get, or you can treat what? The emphysema in that particular person. So here you can see that how the transgenic animals have been developed. So you can see here, right? This is the organism. You have to make a clone of it. So generally you take all the cells which is required for them, fuse it in the laboratories, that is unfertilized cells. You remove the nucleus from the egg cell, combine it with the other specific genes which you require in your offspring or the last product of your thing, which is nothing but the clone. Okay, so this is one such experiment. Next you have is over here, what I was telling you about the antitrypsin AAT gene, right? So this is how you can see it has been taken from the sheep ovum. Okay, whatever, this is what the small, here you can see the rounds, right? They are nothing but the sheep ovum eggs. Okay, so what happens is whatever the beta lactoglobulin is there, which I told you in the milk it is there, right? So that is also there over here. Whatever the AAT gene is also there, it's put into this sheep ovum and recombinant DNA you're getting over here. So this is considered as what? A pronucleus. Now later on what you will do, all these products together, the egg is there that you are going to implant in this foster mother or the surrogate mother also you can say. And then afterwards what you will do is you can obtain whatever the milk is there from that particular transgenic milk. It will be having the protein, which is the antitrypsin gene will be present in them. Okay, so that particular disease, which is a emphysema, that you can treat by the same method. Okay, so these are what some of the use of the transgenic animals. Okay, in the same way, we have the last topic over here in this chapter, which are the ethical issues. Okay, so ethical issues means what? Generally, if any kind of vaccine, now you may have also heard during the corona times, people used to get scared that if I put the vaccine, what will happen to me? Whether I will survive or not, whether it will reduce whatever the corona symptoms are there, what is going to happen, nobody knows. Even lately, also, you can see there are some rumors saying that the corona vaccines, those who have taken 1 or 2 shots of the vaccines, they are still getting that heart attack and they are dying. So all these myths are still there, right? So all these things comes under what? Ethical issues. Okay, so what is actually the ethical issue? See, basically, when you are creating a what do you say, a transgenic animal, what you're doing basically is the manipulation of that particular living organisms. And why this manipulation you're doing? So that whatever the ethical standards or the regulations are there, how it's going to be more what simplified, or how can you cure that particular disease? For that, you take this manipulation thing. But whenever you do such things, there will be involvement of what? The government. So it's very necessary whenever you take these topics Okay, like any modification if you're doing in any kind of living organisms, whatever the government rules and regulations are there, that needs to be followed. Okay, it's not only in case of animals, but also I told you about the BT cotton and all those things, right? So everywhere there is what a government, what is the regulations need to be followed. So whenever you're doing a genetically modified crops, it's very important that you get the right from the government. So government will grant you the permission, and then you have one term which is called as what? Patent. This is a very, very important term. Now, what do you mean by patent? Okay, now just imagine you have invented a product. Okay, in India or in the world, this product has been never invented before. This is the first time you are doing it. Okay, and you have got the results. But now what is it is you don't want others to copy your product. Okay, because if others will copy your product, what is going to happen? Whatever strain you have taken, pain you have taken to develop that particular product, if anyone else is taking it, okay, if it's getting pirated, it's a loss, right? So what you will do is you will go and take the patent in your name of that particular product. Then what will happen is if anyone needs anything related to that particular product, they have to pay for you. Okay, so they have to pay for that particular product, or they have to take what the what do you say, it's there, no, like the songs get pirated, so you can just stop the songs from getting pirated, the copyright things, whatever is there, right? So you will get paid, ultimately you get paid, and you can even sell your product if they're giving you a good amount over there. So for that all purpose, to protect your inventions from the theft or to that copyright thing, you can take what patent of your particular product. Now it's not only applicable to a product. Okay, you can take anything. It may be a song, it may be a word, it may be a some recipes you have formed or whatever it is. Okay, so this is usually given to what the inventors whoever have invented that particular product. Okay, so that's called as what the patent. Now if in case any company is been using your product, okay, then means it's called as a biopiracy thing or pirated thing which is there, so they have to pay compensation for regard, because you have because they have what used your particular product without asking you, because you have already taken the patent. But you, if you lack in taking the patent, what will happen? Then you have no rights to tell them that this is my product, I have invented, you cannot take it like this, you cannot even claim on them. Okay, so it's always necessary to be on the safer side and take the patent for whatever you have created. Okay, so this is regarding what the patent thing. The same thing leads with your biopiracy also. Okay, so to make it like free from that piracy, all this patents and all those stuff is there that's been taken. Now here one example has been written regarding the basmati rice. Okay, so actually basmati rice in India, if you see, there are 27 varieties of it. But even though it's an Indian product, American company has got the patent rights on basmati. Why? Because before the Indians could even know or understand that basmati patent you can take, and later on, okay, in the future you can grant money from that, they did not know those things. So what happened was basmati was patented by the US. Okay, so this is how patent is very important if in case you are developing any new variety or any new product over there, right? So these are all what the ethical issues which we can face.